Hey everyone, KIC here, and yep, I'm crossing my little bridge, and with any luck, there we go. I'm gonna say with a little luck I won't fall, because, yeah, wouldn't be the first time I fell off of that thing. So, I have a little bit of stuff going on back here, not a ton, mind you. Excuse me as I get completely turned around. Actually coming back because, well, one, I got some extra moldy bread, that's a good thing. And two, I'm getting a little hungry, so let's go ahead and chomp down on a little bit of food here. Yep, I know it stinks. That's fine. Theoretically, there aren't too many zombies around because I just took a nice big walk outside and ran them around in giant circles, and I hope that they're all lost and, I don't know, in other places now or something. Okay, so I have a bunch of destroyed stuff in my inventory for a fairly good reason, I like to think. And I'm working on making a bunch of, hold on, let's put you in there, a bunch of wood frames, and sadly that's not going to be enough. And let me go ahead and check on this because, hey, look at that. I actually got all of that stuff done. Wow. Hey, give that back. Don't take that. I don't think I got it back. Oh well. That was a lot of stone that I burned down in there. As you can see, I have a fair amount of cement now. And actually, I should probably show you, that's all my cement. Sorry, that one was in here. So I don't have any more cement. That's because I turned all of my cement into standard concrete. And the reason I did that is because I decided to do a little work down here. And as you can see, there's a bit of a gap right there. And that's because I actually went out and, yeah, I knocked the floor down, knocked it out, however you want to put it. Let's go ahead and get rid of the grass here. Yeah, I know, sledgehammer grass, not necessarily the best way of doing things. That's where I stored the can that came from the garbage over here. I haven't actually checked this room. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna tear that one apart just now. However, all of the wood frames are so I can basically put in a new floor. Now, I've started a little bit of work in here. I replaced the columns, so those you might remember were completely broken down. And I've started to kind of rebuild this, and yeah, my way out kind of fell apart when I tunneled underneath it. So, oops, I haven't gotten around to fixing that yet. But let's go ahead and run back upstairs here so I can kind of finish putting this back together. Now, I think I'll leave that one there, or rather, won't leave that one there. We'll put a block there. I'm kind of thinking I might, at the next pillar, end up, and the next pillar should be right here, if I recall correctly. I might end up just leaving a spot open. That way I can throw a ladder in there, and that would just make it a little bit easier to kind of maneuver around the base and not always have to go to the staircase, which, well, it's not a huge deal. I'm really just kind of talking about saving a couple of seconds here, but sometimes saving a few seconds is, well, you know, all you really need. Now, I have some other ideas in mind for just kind of silly things I want to do before I kind of say this is all done. I mean, this is kind of the first thing here. I want to make sure that this is all done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is actually where the column is going to go, is right there. So let me go ahead and put a few more of these up, and then I will run back downstairs just to make sure I don't lose my spot here. That's going to be this one right there. So I'll kind of fill this in a little bit. And yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of, I guess I missed or something there. I'll have to get rid of my staircase there because that obviously won't do me much good now. But there we go. Filled that in a little bit, so that'll be nice. And let's see, I should probably check on this and then go ahead and make a bunch more wood frames. I haven't really stopped to do the math and figure out how many I need. It's going to be a lot. That's about as much as I know. So we'll kind of wait and see. Now, theoretically, I shouldn't be getting any sort of heat hordes right now. I'm rather hopeful of that anyway. Had a lot of forging going on, obviously, with all of that. Yeah, you know what? I filled in the gap, so I guess that means I'm going to use the stairs. And dang it, I fell again. And hello, that needs to be repaired. Yikes. Holy cow, I didn't even notice that earlier. I think I noticed another problem in my design here, and I'll show you that in just one moment. Let me run up here again because I'm an idiot and constantly fall. But I actually had a spider zombie walking around up here, and I think he climbed, and I'm going to show you why. And maybe someone can confirm for me, but I have a pretty good theory of why he was able to get up here. So if you look right over here, I might be able to show you. This is a half block right there. I think he climbed the half block all the way up and over my lip. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's the case. So I might need to go and knock some half blocks down. I guess we'll kind of see. Now, let me go ahead and run back downstairs now. And I'm going to need a lot more wood, so let's go ahead and get that started again. We'll do 16 more of those, and I'm hopeful that'll be enough frames. Not entirely sure. But I'm going to go ahead and slap this floor down now. Okay, so I'm going to do something right quick here. As soon as that is finished, I think that'll be enough. I kind of have a couple of thoughts here. Oh, and yeah, by the way, ignore that lovely little icon. I didn't fall. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah. So something that kind of bothers me about this building is that it's kind of limiting in terms of how I can get in and out. Now, this isn't necessarily going to be a massive improvement, mind you, but an improvement it will be just the same. So I'm going to go that one there, and this is just going to give me an alternate means of getting in and out of the building. And I don't really like leaving that there, but I don't have any... I used all my frames, so here, let's go ahead and grab that guy back. That's kind of silly. I don't like leaving that there. There's no way I'm going to remember that I put the ladder right there, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. And then I need to kill her. And yes, I'm not really expecting a wood ladder to withstand the tortures of a bunch of zombies, but it's what I happen to have handy. So it's just kind of an idea that I was kicking around, something along those lines, just because that will give an alternate means in and out. And I kind of have a plan for this whole thing. Not quite sure what it is specifically, but a plan I do have. And I don't think I have enough concrete at this point. So, let me go ahead and repair this stuff. I haven't been out here in a while to repair, so as soon as I kind of wrap this up, we're going to run back inside and I'll show you what I've been working on in there. It really wasn't exciting, so you really haven't missed anything. The unfortunate necessity of just things taking a while, so I actually had to run out, 1, to get rid of zombies, and 2, just so I could go get more wood, and even then, I kind of think I will need to go make another wood run yet again. Not right away, mind you, but I'm definitely going to need to make another one at some point here. And yeah, these buildings, I mean, it's holding up pretty well, I gotta say. Considering I spend a lot of time in here and just let the zombies smash away on things and don't really bother to go out and try and stop them. So this is holding up pretty well, but I would definitely feel better about it if everything were reinforced concrete instead of only part of it. But not about to make that change right now, so, you know, work with what you have. It's a nice red sunset, isn't it? Okay, almost done doing this, and then I kind of would like to try and test a theory here, so I shouldn't have repaired that one, or that one. Is there a dog biting me? Nope, it's just me going through spikes. Okay, so let me go ahead and get away for... Hello. Oh, that was not what I thought that was. Okay, let me go ahead and put this guy down here. Let's go ahead and pull the auger out. Get rid of him, and sure, him too. Since he's getting a little close. And get rid of that and that. And then, like I said, I shouldn't have repaired these. Get rid of that and that. And we'll get rid of that one. And let's get rid of those guys. And sure, let's get rid of that one too. It's already gone. So I'm kind of thinking if those are indeed an alternative means of climbing, then spider zombies shouldn't be able to climb anymore because these are all toast, right? Yeah, I know, I'm killing myself on spikes. It's, you know, what can you do? Get that one and that one. And looks like this one's already been taken out, so we'll grab that. And that and that. And one more. If I can not kill myself, that would be fantastic. Okay. Go ahead and switch to a less noisy weapon here. No one knows I'm around, which is interesting. Wouldn't have expected that. I've also thought about putting some... And here, let's go ahead and do that right now then. That's fine. Something like so. Don't really have enough ladders to do what I was really thinking about. I'd like to have them on every pillar. But then again, I might end up closing some of this stuff off in a way. So it's a little up in the air right now. But let's go ahead and go downstairs here so I can show you that, yep. Oh, dang it. That one wasn't supposed to be there. Let's remove that one. Come on. Tap, tap, tap. There we go. And that looks good now. Just kind of did the outer edge here because that gives a nice little look. Don't think I'm going to do this edge just because it's going to be a little funky because every single box will be a double line to it because you can't rotate the texture, so not really liking how that would turn out. But I am going to go ahead and do all of that stuff, I think. Let's go ahead and finish off this room. I need some candles. So I did, while I was out grabbing wood, I did kill... Well, I managed to find one big zombie. It was kind of funny. I really didn't see any others. I guess I should have killed them before I ran away. Well, not ran away, but ran off into another area to go harvest wood, but I didn't, so I didn't end up getting a whole lot of animal fat, but I got a little bit. It's enough to get going. The only unfortunate thing about this, using this wood, is that the counter and the floor look the exact same. Not a big fan of that. And since this is placed stuff, I can't upgrade this, so it kind of leaves upgrading the floor. I would have liked to have gone with rich wood or something along those lines, but, well, no red plants. So red flowers, what are they, chrysanthemums, is that what they are? So I kind of went with what I had. Let's go ahead and run upstairs again and take care of some health issues because I basically just stood around on spikes for a good while there. And then just kind of show you what it looks like from above too. So that first floor is completely enclosed now. Pretty much, yeah, completely, because even all the windows are closed off, which I would like to actually have them open so, you know, get some sunlight in, that sort of thing. But it just isn't practical out here. I mean, I could dig big ditches in front of where the windows would go, but you know, I don't really want to do that. I don't know, that just doesn't seem like the right thing to do. Let's go ahead and chomp down on that stuff. That filled everything up nicely, and let's go ahead and get a couple more painkillers out here just because I'm going to go through at least a few of them. Let's see, what do I have for cloth? I know I have some spare cloth somewhere. Oh, I guess on me. Here, I can go ahead and do that. Let's do 2 of those because sadly I could probably use some weapon repair kits. So now we play the Do I Remember the Proper Order game. Nope, there we go. It's 2 of those. Okay, and this guy needs to be repaired. I've been using it a fair amount. So that's looking pretty decent now, and then I'm just going to go ahead and use these right away on my nail gun. I suppose if worse comes to worse, then I can always head into the local tool store, or both of them. I think there's 2 of them, actually. And I can always look for a new nail gun in there. So, not that I'm expecting it to break, and there's definitely still some awnings around, so I'll be able to find some additional cloth. And oil usually isn't too hard to come by if you just bother to check the zombies after you smash them. So I probably need to make some more gravel, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is pretty much the finished product of the, well, we'll call it the kind of the rebuild for downstairs. I patched up the roof here. I had a couple of wooden frames that were temporary placeholders there, and you can see the 6 candles that I made were exactly enough to put 4 candles on each pillar, which I think gives a pretty nice illumination for down here. It's not... Oh, dang it. Never mind, I need 2 more. Oh well. I ended up throwing 1 in here, so I suppose I could take the 1 from there, and there's a couple of others lying around. I think there's 1 in this room. Yeah, that room's pretty dark, but, well, okay, so pretty close. I'll get around to adding those other 2 shortly, but just the same, I think that turned out pretty nice. I like how that looks. Now, let's go ahead and give this a whirl, because I haven't gone out this way since kind of closing everything in. Heard a cop out here moments ago who kind of exploded, we'll say. And like I said, I have a bit of a plan, but I haven't quite fleshed it out in its entirety here. But I think what I want to do is basically enclose the entirety of this bridge. Now, the easy way to do it would be to use wood frames. So, of course, I have rebar selected right now. Yeah, maybe that's not a good idea, but I don't know. Let's take a look here right quick, just for argument's sake. These are... There's, what, 3 blocks between each of these? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish, we'll say. So that's 24 blocks, 48 per side. Because then we're looking at 96 to go 2 high on each side. I technically could do that right now. I have more rebar with me than what I have right now, and that would just be a lot of wood to go up. But that wasn't really what I had in mind, was doing a gigantic wall. So I think maybe I'll go back to the idea of using wood, and maybe I'll throw some trussing or something in there for support, because I kind of like the idea of having an enclosed passage from one side of the map to the other. Well, one side of one building to another. How about that? So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that a little off camera, and I'll pick it up once I have a better idea of what I'm doing, because I don't want to just stand around talking about, dang it, rebroke my leg. Yeah, you saw that too. Great. Well, anyway, I'll pick up in a little while, so I'll catch you on the next episode. Until then, thanks for watching. See you later.